Hey boys and girls, I am Mr. Arluck, and today we have something really fun planned. We are going to make a simple at-home instrument, okay? It is going to be a percussion instrument, and it's going to be a shaker. Now, a percussion instrument is anything that you can hit, shake, or scrape. So if you can hit it, shake it, or scrape it, it's considered a percussion instrument, okay? And we're gonna try 3 different ways to make a really cool shaker instrument that's very easy, okay? I'm gonna show you some of the things that you're gonna need, okay? First things first, you wanna get an empty container, okay? The reason I'm showing you 3 ways, because you might not have all 3, right? Because I know every house is different, but first, an empty container with like a screw lid. Very simple. It's amazing what you end up storing when you're locked up for so long, right? So this, I think, was an ice cream container or something. So right here. Then you're going to need an empty can. Just an empty soda can or something, right? You also need some tape. Right here, I have some green masking tape. You can use whatever kind of tape, really, but this will work just fine. Then you also will need a paper plate. Any paper plate will do. You know, cheaper the better, I guess. It doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be fancy. Then you will need a stapler. I have a really old stapler here, but it works. We're gonna use this. And you want to get some kind of like rice or beans, okay? So what I got here is some split peas, right? You know these bags that you know, parents will get and they just sit in the pantry for a really, really long time. We don't use it unless it's like the end of the world. Well, I got a couple of them here. I got split peas and I got lentils. Yummy lentils. All right, so, or you can use rice. You can use like dry rice. That don't cook it though. It's got to stay uncooked, right? Okay, other than that, yeah, I think we're good to go. If I didn't show you, I think I might have, but markers. Okay, so at the end we can decorate one of our instruments. All right, boys and girls, I think we're ready to start. So first things first, we're gonna dig in and I'm gonna show you the first shaker instrument. Here we go. So now we're gonna make it easier and we're gonna go ahead and start with our plastic container. Okay, all you gotta do is open it up. You get your bag of beans or lentils or split peas or whatever you got. Carefully open it, okay? You might need, if you needed a grown-up to help you, go ahead. And all you gotta do is fill it up. You don't wanna fill it all the way because you wanna have room to shake the stuff that's inside, because the stuff that's inside is what is gonna make the noise, right? Okay, so we put lentils in this lovely container, screw the top on, and voila, we have a shaker, right? Very cool, right? So our first shaker with lentils inside of a container. Pretty cool. We'll save this guy, we'll put him away right here. Let's move on to our second one. You ready? So now we're gonna take our can, all right? This time I'm gonna use the split peas. See if it sounds different. Now remember, the can is also metal, so it's gonna give us a different sound already. Now it's gonna be a little more tricky, okay? Just gotta do it carefully. What's nice is that if you do spill it, it's an easy cleanup, you know? Yeah. Oh. We'll keep going a little bit more. And I'd say that's good enough. Let's see. Yeah, that's good enough. Now, all the stuff that's in there, if it falls out, just carefully, you know, stick it in there. Now, boys and girls, you need to be careful because the cans, they are sharp, right? So you want to make sure you have a grown-up help you with this, and just be very careful. You don't want to get cut something silly like a tin can. That'd be silly to get cut from this, right? So we go ahead, we stick our peas in there, okay? Now, we're ready to tape it. So grab your tape, all right? And I'm just going to put a little piece over the hole itself. Okay, so we're going to cover this hole up. Take your time, no rush. Very simple. Alright. Pretty easy though. You just fill it, cover the hole, fill it, cover the hole, and repeat the process. Not too bad, right? I like covering the whole part first, because that's where they'll actually fall out, right? And what I'll do after, I might cover like the whole can, right? So I'll just go over like the whole top, like this. And you keep going. Now this is just the tape that I found really quick. You can use whatever tape, as long as you can cover the top enough where whatever you put inside doesn't fall out. That's the whole point of taping it. Whatever you put in there, you don't want it to fall out and make a big mess. So you can make a shaker, but you don't want to make it go everywhere, right? That wouldn't work. Okay. And voila, we have our shaker. If you wanted to, you could maybe cover it with some paper, construction paper or normal paper, tape it around there. You can decorate it, right? You can make it, you could tape, you know, make it look nicer around there, and then that's it. And you shake it. So here we have our can shaker. Sounds a lot different. Let's hear what it sounds like compared to our other one. Okay, so this is our first one. Okay, here's our other one. The metal gives it like a brighter sound, right? Very cool. Now, let's get into our third one. I like this one. So for our third instrument, boys and girls, I want to do this right here. My niece made a shaker for me one time. I had no idea she was going to. She just made this paper plate. She stapled it together. On the insides, there's beads or beans or something. I'm not sure. Then she just put some stickers on it, and then she had the shaker, right? Pretty cool. So it's just like a piece. It's like a paper plate folded in half. That's it. So we're gonna make one of these next. Okay. Here we go. So now, first thing, you'll need a paper plate, and honestly, it could be any paper plate. I like to fold it in half a little bit first to get started, right? And then we're gonna try and staple up a little bit on the sides, okay? Just to create kind of like a little opening, so when we pour the stuff in it, it's not gonna fall out. Now, mind you, I'd like to try and flatten the edge a little bit, like kind of squeeze it and flatten it, because the edges of the plates, sometimes they're a little harder. I think they do that on purpose. So when you staple it, you want to go a little bit past the edge, so that way it's easier to staple. And you want to make sure you have a good stapler, okay? I tried doing this with a bad stapler. Man, was it a disaster. So when you're using a stapler, you got to kind of have a decent stapler to do it. All right, so this one I used earlier, and it worked just fine. And we're going to go ahead and get it started. Remember, you want to go a little bit, you don't want to go right on the edge. Okay, you want to go past the edge, it'll be easier to staple. Yeah, and you just follow it like so. We'll do one more up higher. Okay. I'm sorry for any kind of shaky camera because this is a table. Every time the stapler goes, the table is going to shake a little bit. I try to take it easy so it doesn't do that. Okay, so now we'll just do the other side. Remember to go a little bit past the edge. Boys and girls, make sure you do have a grown-up help you with this. But this was a lot of fun to do. It's cool because it's like you're using like different parts and you're putting things together. Part of me, I kind of feel like I'm doing surgery, stapling something together. It's crazy. Okay, so that's good to get us started. Okay, so now I got both sides ready and I'm just have the opening. So this time I'm gonna pour both. How about some lentils and split peas? We'll start with the split peas. Again, just be careful. This gets a little messy. You don't need a lot. Okay, so let's see, that's good enough. Look at that. This bag will live another day. It'll go back in the pantry. Got plenty left. All right, let's put some lentils in here. Don't you love lentils? I love lentils. Actually, I kind of don't really like them that much, but that's okay. They're fun for this, right? Okay, so here we go. We have our lentils and our split peas in there. You can put, like I said, dry rice or dry beans or something. And then you're going to go ahead and carefully finish stapling your plate all around. Remember to ask for help if you need it. It's tricky because you don't want to make that mess, right? And you might need a little muscle too. I have to push on my stapler pretty hard to get through this plate. But you find the right way, right stapler, and the right person to help you. This is a lot of fun. It's very cool. All right, almost there. Just keep going till you get all the way around. Almost done. Very cool. And I think we're done. We are done, boys and girls. So now we have our paper plate and it's sealed shut. And we have our shaker. It's very cool. Now, just like that, right? And you can hold it however, both hands. I got a smiley face. And you just shake it to a beat. So let's listen to how they all sound. Okay, so we have a paper plate. I like that sound. We have our can. Sounds different. And then we have this one with our empty container. Yeah, some of them sound louder than others. Some of them are quieter. Like this one's a lot quieter. This one is pretty loud. So we have our 3 shakers here. That was a lot of fun to do. Now I want to show you one more thing, okay? Because this is where the fun decorating part comes in. Okay, so now when you have your container, remember you could just like wrap it with something, and then you can color the paper and you can decorate it that way. Same thing with the can, right? Very similar in how you would decorate that. With the paper plate, what's cool is you can draw right on top of the plate. I'm going to show you one that I did earlier. Now don't make fun of my drawings, okay? I don't claim to be an artist, but I'm pretty proud of it. So this is what I made earlier today, see? And I made the sun and a tree, grass, and some music notes here, right? So that's my shaker that I made with a little picture on it. Pretty cool, right? There you have it, boys and girls. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have fun making your shakers. Make them, have some fun playing the music, find some music and shake it around to the beat and dance around, all right? I hope you have fun. I enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.